Welcome guys, we'll discuss which questions can be challenged from Commerce Code 08 paper. So what we did, we invited our students to share their suggestions that for which questions they think that answer key is incorrect. So we analyzed that complete list, we got response from so many of you, and then we'll discuss those questions today in this class. So guys, three things. Number one, if we are not discussing a question, it means that we have already considered that and that should not be challenged. Answer key for that is correct. If we are not discussing anything, it means we have excluded that from today's class and do not challenge that question. Second thing, this time in fact last time as well, Code 08 Commerce paper was held in 2 sittings. So just look at your paper, which questions are relevant to you. In a single slide only, we are discussing questions of both papers of commerce, one which was held in morning, other one which was held in the evening. Third thing guys, we have been doing this exercise for last 2-3 years now, since when NTA started, and we have got fairly good understanding. So we know that even though sometimes the answer is incorrect, NTA is quite reluctant to accept its mistakes and correct them. So do not be under the impression that every question for which we think that the answer is wrong, that can be challenged and they will revert the answer. That will not happen. So based on our experience, based on our understanding of last 2-3 years, I share with you which questions can be challenged and which question cannot be challenged. If you want to analyze cutoff pattern and all those things, so we'll do that in videos in next few days. Today agenda is answer key challenge only. The submission time is, the cutoff time is tonight midnight. If you have any queries, anything which you want to discuss about Commerce Code 08 preparation, Human Peritus, anything on your mind, the fastest way is that there is a link given in the description below. Click on that link. That will connect you directly with our team, and you can share anything which you want. Okay, so guys, let us get started with the first question without wasting any time. Number one. So this is a question about which are the grounds for winding up of a company by the tribunal under Companies Act. So guys, if you look at this question carefully, these are the provisions which have been picked up from older Companies Act, Companies Act 1956. Then there is a new act which came in 2013. So these have been picked from that older act. Okay. So first thing is that most of these provisions are still relevant, but even if they are not, NTA will not correct this question. NTA will not correct this question, and therefore you do not have to challenge this question. And I'll give you another example, guys, that will convince you. So there is a IT Act 2000. So IT Act has a provision of Cyber Appellate Tribunal. Okay. So what happened? This tribunal was merged with the TDSAT in year 2017. But in 2019 paper, a question came, although this tribunal was no more because it was merged with some other tribunal, TDSAT, in 2017. In 2019, this question came. This was about this Cyber Appellate Tribunal, which was already merged and which was no more there. Still, this question was there. People challenged it. NTA did not accept it. Okay, we know it very well. NTA will not correct this question, so therefore there is no need of challenging this question. Although these provisions are true in new act as well, but they have been copy pasted from the original 1956 act. So do not challenge this one. Next one. Next is statement 1, statement 2, which is correct. As per official answer key, it is given the part C, and official answer key says that the first is correct, the second one is incorrect. But this is not so. In fact, first is incorrect and second one is correct. So those statistical systems should ensure its impeccability with data architecture, security, quality. This is okay, this is correct. Policy action and implementation plan requires sound databases at regional level only. Of course not. In fact, it requires at quite macro level or national level or whatever you want to say. Therefore, this is incorrect. Therefore, the answer to this question, which is given C, is wrong. The correct answer of this question should be D. The correct answer of this question should be D. D should be the correct answer. Therefore, this question can be challenged. Yes, do challenge it. Next one. In the next one, we have been given critical values. Okay. So first one says that a critical value of Z for two-tailed test with alpha 0.5 is 0.96. So this is wrong. Why? Because the real value of alpha should be 0.05 and not 0.5. Second one, critical value of Z for two-tailed test alpha 0.01 is 2.575. This is correct. No problem with this. Third one, the critical value of Z for one-tailed test with alpha 0.05 is 1.96. Again, guys, this is wrong because it's a one-tailed test. So if you are seeing right-tailed, so my in this case my Z will be 1.645. If it's a left-tailed, my Z will be minus 1.645. But here we are giving 1.96. This is wrong. Fourth one, the critical value of Z for left-tailed test with alpha 0.01 is this minus 2.33. This is right. So A and C are incorrect. So A and C are incorrect. B and D are correct. Now what is given? Let us see. The answer key which is given is 8727, which is A, B and D, which is wrong answer key. The correct answer should have been B and D only. Okay, and therefore this question should be challenged. Next one. Two companies with general earning power and same general portion of the industry, one with paying larger dividend will be higher valued or will be sold at higher price. The discounted value of near dividends is higher than present value over discounts. So many of you have shared this question. We have looked at it very carefully, guys. There is no problem. This question is absolutely right. And the answer C which is given is absolutely correct. Do not challenge this one. Next one. Which of the following services price sensitivity is high? What is meaning of price sensitivity? That whether the demand will change with the price. The answer which has been given by NTA is 8641, which is airline, which is right. Why? Because if there is a very high price for an airline, people might switch over to maybe railways or something. But as far as car rental, retailing and sea transport are concerned, there is nothing where you can switch and you don't have that switching power with you. Therefore, this answer is also okay. Do not challenge this one. Next one. Any planning of tax which aims at reducing tax liability in legally recognizable permissible way can be termed as. Okay. So guys, the answer key which has been given for this one is 6198, which is option B, which is okay. There is absolutely no problem. Some of you are saying that it should be tax planning. Of course not. So just understand this this difference. If you are reducing tax by legally permissible methods, it's tax avoidance. If you are reducing tax by using illegal methods, this is tax evasion. So, and tax planning is a generic term which is used how you plan your tax. So option 2 is absolutely right. There is no problem. Do not challenge this one. So many of you have shared this with us. Next, which of the following taxes have been replaced by GST? And you pick up anywhere, you will find these three. Any book or any source: central excise, service tax, duties of excise, and all that. Only confusion where people have is about C, taxes on advertisement. Let us see what is the answer key. Answer key is 6281. So as per this key, A, B, D are correct. That is fine. Now let us analyze if C is also have been subsumed into in GST. So guys, of course, there's a lot of confusion. So let us resolve that. So the best way to resolve it, let us go to GST website only. So I go on to website of CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Taxes. So this is CBIC website, cbic.gov.in. I'll go on this, I'll go on the home page. look at it, overview of GST. So I'll go to GST overview in Hindi and I open up this file, GST overview in Hindi. I'll open it for you. And राज्य कर जिनको माल और सेवा में सम्मिलित किया गया है, look at entry 6, which is विज्ञापनों पर कर, which is tax on advertisement. Coming back, so guys, definitely C should also be included in this list. Although there is no option which shows that all four are there, but definitely C is also an option, and therefore this answer 1 ABD, which is wrong, and this question should be challenged. The correct answer should be A, B, C, D. All four of them have been subsumed into GST.
Okay, so next question to discuss is, which one of the following training method is most suitable for developing problem solving skills? Okay, so there are four options: case studies, lectures, role playing, and sensitivity training. So most of the students have doubt from options A and in option C. So the correct answer is case study. Okay, why case study is the correct answer? Because case study has a specific objective, which is to solve any particular problem which is given in the particular case study. Okay, so I believe this should not be challenged, and let us move to the next question. Okay, so next question is a factual based question. It is related with UNCTAD report. Okay, what it says, we need to arrange following economic regions in increasing order of FDI inflows. Okay, so this is actually a UNCTAD World Investment Report. Okay, so now let us look into the report itself so that we can find the correct answer. Okay. Okay, so this is the UNCTAD 2020 report, okay, which is World Investment Report, and the required information has been provided on page number 29. Okay, so as you can see, this graph, let me make it more zoom in. So this comparison is actually tells us about the FDI inflows in 2019. Okay, so according to it, developed economy has the most FDI inflow. After that, it is the developing economies. Okay, after that, based on our questions, it is Europe, and then North America, and then transition economies. Okay, so now let us come to our PPT. As I showed you the correct order would be, since we need to make the order in the increasing order, so the correct order would be B, okay, which is transition economy. After that, it would be C, which is North America. After that, it would be E, which is Europe. After that, it would be developing economies, and then the next is developed economies. So as you can see, the no option is provided the correct order. Therefore, this question needs to be challenged. This question can be challenged, right? So now let us move to the next question, which is related to skimming prices. Okay, it says skimming prices strategies delivers results. Okay, so it is basically talking about situations and circumstances. So the first circumstances is when the size of the market is large and it is a growing market. The second is when the product is perceived as enhancing the customer status in the society. Third is when the firm uses an entry strategy, and the fourth is when the target market associates qualities of the product with its price. So first of all, what is skimming price? Skimming price is a kind of pricing strategy in which when an organization wanted to enter into a market, okay, it basically enters with a high price, and then eventually over the time it reduces its price. Now imagine this thing, that if a product is very luxurious type, okay, it is a luxurious goods, definitely skimming price strategy would be beneficial for that company. For example, we can take the Apple example. Okay, so price is generally high related to the Apple, and for these kind of products, skimming price strategy delivers results. Okay, delivers results means it would be beneficial for the organization. So option A will not be, it's a general case. Option B, which says when the product is perceived as the enhancing the customer status, it is related to the quality of the product, and hence it should be the correct. Third is when the firm uses an entry strategy. Obviously, skimming strategy is an entry strategy. So this is also a generic statement. It is not correct. Option D is when the target market associates qualities of the product with its price. Again, it is a case of luxurious goods, and that is why option B and D is the correct answer. This is given in option 2, and therefore 6266 is the correct answer. And also, therefore, this question do not need to be challenged. Okay, thank you so much. These are all the questions related to the commerce subject.